Hi, I'm Carl Lucci with Let's Talk Business Tampa Bay. This is a location where we interview local businesses and distribute their information across social media platforms and emails and multiple ways to people, thousands of people in the Tampa Bay area. Today, we are interviewing Bill Graham, and I'm going to bring Bill in right now, and we're going to talk a little bit about his business and what he does. Hey, Bill, how you doing today?
I'm fine, Carl. How are you?
Good. So I'm going to bring up the information in a banner about your business just so everybody knows who you are and what you do. So explain to me a little bit about QuickFlix and what you do.
Well, QuickFlix is a company that's designed to create video productions for businesses, but my specialty is short duration videos, 60 to 90 seconds. I like to call them action videos because whenever you get someone's attention with sound and lighting and action and motion, it's like watching football reruns.
That's right.
Why spend an hour watching a football game if you can see the highlights in 60 seconds?
Yeah, and the other thing is it has such a shelf life. I mean, it can be used for a long period of time. So it's not like you have to do it all the time. If the video is done quite well, you know that as well as I do.
Yep.
So what made you get into this business?
Well, actually, I got into it because in 2014, I got a real estate license. And I learned quickly that although still images are necessary in the real estate world, video was quickly becoming the dominant force in all types of businesses, real estate especially, but for just any type of business. And what I found was at the time, it was people either did it on a cell phone, and that didn't look very professional.
Yeah.
Or they hired a production company that had an office and had, a lot of equipment, and financially that made it difficult for a lot of people. So I came up with the idea of doing all this on a portable basis. So I don't have an overhead. I don't have the studio like I used to have when I was a wedding photographer,
Right.
So I've cut the overhead down. So I like to go to locations and film people in their environment.
Okay. And I guess one of the benefits, well, who is your target market? I mean, do you have a specific target market or is it just anybody and everybody?
No, my target market really is a business person that has been in business for a year. They've gone through a lot of growing pains. They kind of know what they want. They kind of know what they can afford to do. And so they've narrowed down their approach to advertising. And so I can sit down and talk with them and come up with some very affordable products for them that are quick and easy. And after they've been in business for a year, they'll know if that's going to work for them or not.
Right. Okay. And we have your website listed down there. I'm going to assume you probably have some examples of your work on there.
I do. If someone goes to my website, they'll see a collection of the different types of things that I try to do.
Great.
My website is not about me. You won't see me photographing and videoing and using the drone and all like that. My website is about other people because that's my job, to show other people,
Yeah. I think one of the problems it's happened when the digital world started, that everybody thinks because they have a cell phone, they can be, they can do video or they can do photography. No, those are snapshots and those are video clips. That's not professional quality, photography, video, etc. And so there's a big misconception, I think, and people are really, they're leaving money on the table by not having a professional video produced, in my opinion, and I'm sure you feel the same way. So how are you different than your competition?
I think the main way that I differentiate my business from other businesses is I like to go on location. I like to capture someone in their environment. So if you're a roofer, for instance, then I want to use a drone. I want to be up, at the roof level. I want to capture what that person is doing up there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If you're a plumber and you're crawling in under countertops and that kind of thing, well, that's where I need to be as well, you know?
I hear you.
So although I use editing software, so I might film, I don't know, 20 minutes and whittle it down to 5. Um, for certain things, I might shoot, let's say, 3 minutes and whittle it down to 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I do a lot of editing, but then I add music, I add graphics, I add everything to give someone a professional presentation, but a short one, because in the digital world that we live in, if you haven't captured somebody's attention in the first 10 seconds, you're not going to keep them for 3 minutes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
And,
my job,
and I think there's a lot of fear sometimes in people doing video because they know they can do it, but they don't know what they need. So I'm assuming you're going to give them guidance, and suggestions, and then customize it to however they want it.
the most important part of a video production is the pre-planning part.
Yep. That's right.
It's kind of like my days as a wedding photographer. You don't just show up and start shooting. You
That's
spend
right.
a lot of time talking to the bride, what they want, where are we going to do this? How are we going to, you
Exactly.
put it together. And so then when it's time to video or photograph, about 40% of my business is photography for realtors.
Okay.
But even those types of situations still require pre-planning.
Hmm.
I need that realtor to tell me, what do you want a photograph of? Is that shower head important, or is it not important? So the pre-planning part is the most important of the whole production.
Well, Bill, unless is there anything else you'd like to add, or is there anything that you'd like to add, or, do you think we've pretty much told the story?
I guess one thing I'd like to add is I enjoy doing a lot of different things.
Yep.
About 60, maybe 65% of what I do is video related.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be a video production, an interview, where I bring in several cameras and lights and microphones and, set everything up. But then I also like doing action videos where, if you're an ice skater, I want to be skating down the ice next to it, filming as we go,
Yeah.
So I enjoy the action part, and that's different than what a lot of people like to do because it's adding an element of uncertainty.
Right.
The best film productions are where you can control everything. You can control the lighting, the sound, so I work on the edge of that, but this
That keeps it fun.
That's right.
And we're similar a lot, I think, because I do a lot of different things as well, and it just keeps my brain stimulated. But we could talk about that for hours, I guess. But to sum it up, I tell you what, if you haven't seen what he does and seen how affordable this can be for you, I really strongly advise you to check out QuickFlixLLC.com, or just give him a call. His phone number's down there, 727-318-1919. And so, Bill, I think we're going to wrap it up now, but I appreciate you being a guest today. And we're going to distribute this on our social media, over 2,900 people on our Meetup platform. And, anybody else that I tell you what, I'm going to make a special offer. Anybody who viewed this video and got all the way to the end, if they tell me they saw your video, I'm going to give them 50% off on their own personal interview.
Wow.
So,
nice.
If they made it to the end,
Yeah.
then they're going to get that information. If not, they're going to have to pay full price. But even with that, I think is very affordable for what you get. So I appreciate you coming, Bill. And we're going to end the broadcast here real quickly. And I wish you the best. And I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Carl. Thanks.
You bet. Bye-bye.